Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Su, part of the CSRS. I'm the co-chair of the Communications Committee for 2024, along with Dr. Bobby Tay. We just finished our resident and fellow course in Carmel, Indiana, at this beautiful facility. There were lectures, didactic sessions. There's about 8 hours of hands-on cadaveric lab time, so it was terrific. And it was very, very immersive. We had all sorts of lectures on the anterior cervical approach, anterior cervical fusion, exposure of vertebral artery, management of anterior cervical complications. We did posterior cervical laminoplasty, posterior cervical laminectomy fusion, foraminotomy, complications. We had case presentations. It was a whole host of cervical spine issues and really led by a world-renowned faculty. So we are here with a couple of the attendees. So you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, thank you. I'm Jen. I just graduated from UCSF and I'm going to Emory for fellowship in a week.
And I'm Josh Mizels, one of the orthopedic surgery residents, PGY4 at the University of Utah, and I'll be applying for spine fellowship here in the next few weeks.
Okay, so varying years of training, you're a little bit ahead. Jen, tell me something, your general impressions of the course, what you really liked about the course, and what you thought over the last 2.5 days.
Yeah, it's been an incredible course, as you said, very intensive 2.5 days, really high yield, especially with the didactic lectures. I felt like we really compressed a lot of information in that time, and the lectures were so high quality given from some of the experts in the field.
Great. How about yourself? What did you think? Just general impressions about the course. You've been here 2.5 days.
Yeah.
A lot of hours.
Yeah, a lot of hours. No, it's been great. I echo everything Jen said. I think in addition to all the didactic material, I thought the case presentations were great, and hearing different perspectives from all the different faculty and participants. So it was a nice mix of didactics and case presentations, and then a lot of time in the lab, like you said.
And I think there's a lot of time for discussion, not just of cases, but somebody talks about anterior cervical fusion, and there's 10 minutes of discussions of what some of the world leaders do, a little bit of what I like to do medicine, but still hundreds of years of combined experience, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And there's also the lab portion, of course. Unbelievable lab, cadaveric specimens, 4 or 5 per specimen. There's a mentor at the specimen. You can instrument everything from occipit all the way to the subaxial spine, anteriorly, posteriorly, dissecting out the vertebral artery. There's lots of stuff we could do in lab. It's just an amazing, high-quality lab, I thought, based on all the other cadaveric labs I've been to. And lastly, I just want to ask, what is your favorite part, and what is one thing you learned that you don't think you would have learned if you didn't come to this course?
I think my favorite part was probably the lab, just how high quality the lab was. Like you said, working with some of the experts, people who describe these techniques, and having them walk you through how to do it. Some of the equipment in the lab too, having microscopes to work with, practice with. And then one thing that I learned that I would not have otherwise was dissecting out, seeing the vertebral artery, doing a really good uncinate decompression there, using the microscope to do that was excellent learning opportunity for me.
Best part of the lab?
The vertebral artery dissection.
Everyone likes the vertebral artery.
Everyone likes the vertebral artery here.
Yeah.
Last words, world famous Dr. Wright. What's the best part of the lab?
Working with residents and fellows.
You love it.
Love it.
Okay, thank you. Great.
Yeah.
And then how about yourself?
Yeah, I think, like you said, my favorite part was definitely all the access to all the equipment we had in the lab, and but I also thought it was great to have different instrumentation techniques and systems from different industry reps and whatnot, so you could see the different options available. And I think something that I definitely took away was really focusing on C1 and C2 fixation and the different C2 fixation strategies, especially learning translaminar screws from Dr. Wright, who was the first to describe that technique. Right. So pretty cool to say that that's who I learned that from. But yeah, it was great to instrument every level, like you said, and really focus on that.
All right, well, thanks so much for coming. You're gonna go on to being a fellow with the Emory folks, and you're gonna get some amazing fellowships. You got to meet some great people and get lots of connections.
I'm Ian Clapp. I'm a PGY4 at the University of Utah.
Perfect. And favorite part of the Residents and Fellows course?
The hands-on training. The lab has been awesome, working with leaders in the field, getting to show us how to do certain techniques. It's been very educational, and I think it's been an unparalleled experience.
What was your favorite technique in the cadaver course that you learned or did?
So we were working with Dr. Wright, and he showed us how to do translaminar screws, and he is the originator of that screw. So it's pretty awesome to learn that from the guy who invented it.
Nice. By the way, that is also what your colleague from Utah said. I'm pretty sure you were paid by Dr. Wright. All right. Safe travels.
I'm Jay. I just graduated from my ortho residence and starting a spine fellowship at BI a couple of weeks.
And I'm Jake Heiner, a new PGY5 at UT Houston. I'm going to go to Vanderbilt for fellowship.
All right. So chief and going on to fellowship. Best part about the CSRS course?
The best part about the CSRS meeting the past couple of days was hanging out with the faculty. It's amazing, like all these world-class leaders, like the leaders in their fields.
Are you sure you're not just saying that?
No, I am.
Are you sure you're not just saying that?
I'm very sure. So that was the best part, and the second part I would say is the cadaver lab. You have the faculty around to show you. They show you their tips and tricks, which I think is a jump start especially if you're in my shoe, right before your fellowship. It gives you a nice jump start.
All right. Favorite part?
Yeah, the anatomy part was awesome. You do some exposures you don't really ever get to see and find some anatomy you hope to not have to find, but know how to find it if you need to. And then, obviously the lectures were great content by world-class educators.
All right, guys. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Aki Zosike. I'm a spine fellow at NYU. I'll be going to Boston next year for private practice.
Hi, my name is Serena Liu. I'm currently a fellow at the University of Maryland, and I will be going to Portland, Oregon with a private practice job.
It's been excellent. Someone said at the start that it's the best course, and I have to agree with that. I feel like I've gotten a really nice overview, a summary of everything I've learned before, but even more. And I think that it's a very practical and very applicable course, and it makes me feel even more confident about taking on difficult cervical spine cases. It's helped me learn how to think about problems I'm going to encounter, learn about problems that I didn't think I would encounter, but I'm ready for now. And it's allowed me to network with future mentors and current leaders in the field that are going to be available to help me as I start and grow my practice.
My best part about the course, I think, is having the cadaver lab, honestly. The cadaver lab, just hearing from different well-renowned faculty about how to do certain things, even though we already learned them during our fellowship, but it's good to just have a brief overview, get some tips and tricks, and how to make things more streamlined in your practice.
My name is Chris Michael. I just graduated ortho residency, and I'm going to do my fellowship at Beaumont. Honestly, best couple things about the course: small group instruction, the cadaver lab, and get to meet a lot of my future colleagues. And I highly recommend anybody going into spine do this course.
Perfect.
I'm Alex Brown at UCLA, final year of ortho residency, going to HSS next year. Favorite thing about the course was the cadaver time. It was kind of two trainees per cadaver, so I had a lot of time to try different techniques and approaches. And then the comprehensive nature of it. The lectures were great. And similarly, people are awesome. It's friends from the interview trail, and some just incredibly accomplished and approachable faculty.
Great. And it looks like they got the bus ready for you to get out of here, the party bus. So safe travels home. So here we are, Rick Sasso, past president, Dr. Gogwal, president of NAS, and Alpesh Patel, president, CSRS. So tell me the best thing about the course, Rick.
The best thing about this course is the ability to teach very young and enthusiastic residents and fellows the intricacies of cervical spine surgery.
Perfect. Okay, Alpesh, best thing about the course?
I think I'll echo that and build off that and say it's actually the ability to learn from the other faculty members that are here who are world-renowned, famous people, great surgeons, great human beings, and to learn from the same students that Rick just talked about who we're teaching. We learn a lot, so it goes in both directions.
Perfect. Okay, Zoe, last word. Best thing about the course.
So I want to first say thanks to Rick Sasso for the hospitality for everyone here. I mean, it was a great environment. The reason that there was such great learning is that everybody's down to earth. Everybody's sitting down. We're sitting down in the lab going over anatomy. We're sitting here in the conference room going over cases. And everybody's kind of on the same plane and focused on learning about the cervical spine. And it was just great.
All right, there you go. The world leaders of spine surgery. Come to the Residents and Fellows course, right?
Absolutely.
All right. We hope if you're a resident and fellow, we hope that you decide to apply to this course, come to this course. It's really world class.